Honestly, I took my vitamins yesterday and I don't feel so great today. What's going on, guys? Are vitamins making me feel shittier? Is that possible? Can we breed this conspiracy theory? What are they putting in these vitamins? Hello, Amsterdam. Okay, y'all. We have a mission. I was supposed to clean house today before I came on, but vitamins are toxic. You heard it here first, folks. I was supposed to clean a little bit today, but I spent all morning drafting an email, and I forgot how exhausting communicating with people can be. But I am going to cook some ribs that Dan gifted me like maybe over a month ago at this point. It's been in my freezer. I took it out yesterday. I defrosted it. I bought some potatoes. Onions are expensive now, or more expensive than they used to be, but I found a 2-pound bag for $1.50. They used to be available for $1. Let me see if this is actually 2 pounds. Sometimes they be lying. £2. And I bought this bag of potatoes for $1. There are 5 potatoes in here, which I think is a great deal. I have these very fatty cuts. I think they're ribs. I don't actually know what they are, but they're very fatty. So I figured we're gonna sear the sides. We're actually gonna salt it right now. And then we're gonna sear the sides. And after the sides are seared and the fat starts leaking out, we can start going in with potatoes and carrots. And what I think I'm going to season it with is mole that I got from LA. Do you remember? Before Mom died. It's a relic. I still have 2 of the 3 moles that I got from LA. I also defrosted these. We have a mole verde, and this is a rojo of some sort. I don't know which is which. I'm feeling rojo. I'm feeling some red mole. Would be good. So that's what we'll do. And not only that, I think I'll probably cut up maybe 2 of these tomatoes for acidity and freshness. And we're gonna go in with some raisins that I took out from my raisin brand. So that's what we're gonna be cooking in one pot. This is going to be stovetop, I think. Now yesterday, as I was walking back from Woodside, I also got a container of chicken hearts. And unfortunately, these chicken hearts didn't smell great, so I kind of rinsed them a little bit this morning, soaked them in water, and then after I drained that water, I seeped them in a little bit of salt and lemon juice. So I'm gonna drain the liquid out. Then I'm gonna give it a rinse. And I'm not sure what I'm going to season these hearts with yet, but we'll have to season them with something. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. For now, I'm going to try to squeeze as much moisture out of them as possible. And then after I do cooking, I need to clean. I haven't mopped my floors in 2 weeks. They're getting quite dusty, and I know this for sure because today, as I was eating my raisin bran with the raisins still in there, I knocked over the box, spilled quite a bit of cereal, got very upset at myself, And as I was sweeping together the fallen cereal bits, I noticed just how much dust and debris there was on the floor, and I was like, this shall not stand. So that's what we're gonna do after I finish cooking here. How's all of that sound? Does that sound good? Oh, what's people saying? What's people saying? Chicken hearts can be chewy. They shouldn't be too tough though. Oh my gosh, you found a German husband? Give me all your tips. I don't have any cooking wine, but I do have some Baileys. LOL. I did get the floral jacket. I'll never wear it. Lentil soup. Ooh, that sounds good. Anyway, let's start by searing off our salted beef cut of some sort. I think this is beef, although I'm actually not sure at all what it is. Hi, Serbia. Okay. Turning the heat on, letting it turn hot before we do shit. Hi, Denmark. I'm gonna open a window, let in some breeze, since this will get quite smoky. I don't really cook meat that often, so when I do cook it, it's usually because I had to buy it for work, which now I don't because I don't work for other people. Or someone gifted it to me, which very rarely happens. Or Aaron bought it, which also very rarely happens. So this is a once in a blue moon special, y'all. 2 meats on a single stream. What a special day. We got salt. We got pepper. I'm gonna rub all of this around a little bit. Are you aware of Claire Saffitz? Of course. She is of Bon Appetit fame. She had one of the best shows on that channel in the golden age. Okay, next I'm going to peel our onions, peel our potatoes, chop them up. You know the deal. I'm going to turn the heat to like a medium-low so it can start to not only toast the surface of the meat, but also render out a little more fat than a more vigorous heat might. I'm thinking guess I'll just cook all of them. What am I thinking? So if I immigrate to Germany, I have to pay American income tax and also Germany's income tax? Is that the way it works? That kind of sucks. Hi, Italy. Yeah, I know. Guys, Germany is just a fantasy. Like, I know that the reality won't be as fantastical as I'm thinking it could be. But, you know, sometimes we like to believe in a little bit of fantasy to make our lives a little more escapist. I have a lot of shit to sort out before I can immigrate anywhere. If anything, I need to go visit Germany first, right? Can't just immigrate to a whole new country that you've never been to. I mean, lots of people have. That's probably not something I would want to do myself. Oh, I also need to peel carrots. I want carrots in here. We're going for like a very hearty, stewy vibe. Carrots, 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 carrots. How many carrots is too many carrots? Probably this many. I don't know why I chose Mom's shittiest knife to cut all these veggies with. Sometimes I just don't think, do I? Big pieces of carrots are always my favorite, especially in things that will get cooked for a very long time. I love how they kind of start to fall away around the edges and lose themselves, but still have a core nug that stays. Something beautifully reflective of life in that. Cutting them about this big. I actually don't love the smell of beef, which is why I have to add in like tomatoes, raisins, some sweetness and some tartness to balance it all out. I guess if I were any more adult, I would have some wine on hand to throw that in too, but nobody's got time to be an adult these days. It's overrated. Whoa, this potato has a little surprise inside. It's always so weird how potatoes start going bad from the inside out. Reminds me of people sometimes. People can go bad from the inside out too. I guess there is a reason why these were all just $1, huh? You do get what you pay for. Especially these days. I think we're all a little rotten on the inside. That's okay. I'm so glad you liked last night's live. I liked it too, actually. We went into a lot of pretty intense topics, but I don't think we went too far. So I like it. We can talk again today. But when I'm cooking, I tend to not be as attentive, which might contribute to why sometimes there are more viewers and engagement on lives where I'm just eating, because when I'm eating, I'm actually able to devote more attention to the chat and interact more. I think people do like to see me cook, but there's a certain type of attention economy that's not afforded when I'm full-on cooking. You know? But I'm still reading, so tag me if you want to ask anything, and I'll try to pay attention at a safe stopping place. I have cut up 2 onions, 3 large carrots, 5 medium-ish potatoes, and we are now searing the meat to a golden crust. But there is now enough fat in here to basically start adding in some of our root veggies. So I will do that. By the way, am I too loud? I was watching back one of my lives recently and I was like, damn, I don't gotta talk that loud. It's always been a feature of my speech. Like sometimes Aaron will just be like, June, you're shouting. And I'm like, I don't have, anyway, you can tell me if I'm too loud. Okay, I am going to push the meat off to the side of the pan where the fat is draining away from and into, because my stove isn't perfectly level, so the pot tends to like push all the fat off to that direction. So I'm going to start adding in onions. Ow, that was a lot of grease splatter that just happened. And once the onions get a little bit caramelized, I can put in potatoes and carrots. And then the last thing that we'll put in is tomatoes. I want there to be some buffer between the pure fat and the very watery tomatoes because I don't want the splattering to happen. And I do realize that there is salt in the meat and in the mole, but I'm just going to still sprinkle on some salt for every layer of veggies that go in. How's the connection? Are we good? I moved you further away from the window. All right, let's start brainstorming about our chicken hearts and what we wanna do with that. I think I would like some carrots in there as well. But in terms of seasoning, mole ribs. Mole is a type of like Mexican paste. It's very flavorful, got a lot of spices and different kinds of chilies. Oh my god, my English. Chilies and sometimes chocolate in there. It's a type of sauce base, I guess. And the ribs are just these, I think they're beef ribs, I'm not sure. My friend Dan got them for me from like a local butcher shop in Astoria. He was like picking up a Christmas roast and he was just like, do you want anything? And I was like, Oregon, if they have it. And he ended up getting me not Oregon. But we are appreciative of the gift of friends, so. I'm going to wash some scallions, some smaller carrots for our chicken heart curry. I might reserve some of the potato and the onions for that too, I guess. A lot of grit gets trapped in between where the scallion splits off, so I like to cut the scallions in half and wash them this way. That way you can bisect it so that it fits into smaller rinse bowls like this. I think by the time that Dan made it there that day, they were out of a lot of stuff because it was right before Christmas. So he just grabbed me whatever. I'm always happy to experiment with different cuts of meat. I just don't really want to be a consumer of animal, but it's nice. And honestly, I've noticed that around when my period hits, I really crave meat. Most of the time I just crave organ. Hi, Germany. there is not enough fat yet, but there will be once we start pouring in liquid and there's like super fat inch thick layers marbling between the meat. So once I add in some water, it'll just render. I don't want this meal to be super heavy. We're not trying to cook for a restaurant crowd here. We're just trying to eat like everyday folks, you know? So I also, guys, my LDL cholesterol jumped from like the 60s from June to like 138 in December. I think it might be COVID related, it might be stress related, it might be the fact that I just ate chocolate straight for 2 months, but whatever it is, my cholesterol ain't doing so hot. So I'm trying to be more mindful of that, especially because high cholesterol does run in my family, as does high blood pressure. And now that I'm really only cooking for my own lifestyle rather than for a job, I get to have a little more control over what I put into the food in my fridge, which is another great aspect of being fun employed. We shall go in with raisins. This is going to add some sugar, obviously, because it's literally, these raisins are coated in sugar. I did not put any oil in the pot to begin with, no. There is also quite a bit of fat from the mole itself. You can see the shine. Okay, this is a very thick mole. I'm gonna need a spoon. I'm chopping this in pieces first, just so that it's easier to break down once it hits the pot. I'm actually going to taste a little bit of this. It's actually not very salty at all, so I'm going to add an extra touch of salt. It's a little dry and crumbly. It's not entirely creamy, no. But this has been sitting in my freezer for a year and a half now, you know, so. We might go in with the rest of that tub of mole. I don't know yet. There's really not much left, and I might as well use it. But I'm going to hold for now because I want to add in the tomatoes and add in a little bit of water and see how it looks. Oh my god. Losing it. Losing it. I'm gonna have to mop this floor later anyway. Just living in filth, y'all. Hi, Canada. Welcome to Alive while it's live. That was like 3 plum tomatoes. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know what bay leaves taste like, if I'm honest with y'all. I don't know if I like them, but again, maybe I've just not had the right bay leaves, you know? I think we should probably put some brown rice too, actually, now that I think about it. We're gonna need to serve this with something. Well, can he taste the bay leaf? What do I do with food scraps? There are compost bins that you can drop them off in. Some people just throw them in the trash. There's no, like, mandate, so. Hi, France. Ooh, we're getting juicy. Tomatoes are doing their thing, getting lost in the sauce. I am going to be switching to a wooden spoon right now. Hi, Michigan. What is my favorite kind of spice or seasoning? Good God. How do I even answer that? One spice or one seasoning? That's like a pretty sadistic question for me, honestly. Definitely not MSG. You know why? Because MSG is found in so many places. I would not choose my one spice in life to be MSG. It would more likely be something like a sauce that has a lot of factor of labor or time going into it. Something fermented maybe like miso or gochujang, or even something that's like a bit of a cheat because it has a medley of spices in it already, like chili oil. But if we're going to factor mayo into that, like, mayo's gonna, I don't know, guys. How could you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? I don't get it. We're gonna need to add a little more spice in here. It's just not going to be spicy enough. So what I do have is, when I went to Flushing, this Chinese like street food vendor had these tubs of what they called Korean chili. I'm guessing it's some sort of gochugaru, but they had this whole tub for just $1, and I was like, well, I can't pass it up. It is very bright. It almost smells like Aleppo pepper, but it's way darker than the gochugaru I've seen. I'm gonna taste it. Hi, Arlen. Oh yeah, very subtle, warming heat, a little bit peppery, a little bit tomatoey. I think it's actually gonna go great in here, so we're just gonna eyeball it. It's probably like a tablespoon of it. $1, y'all. I could not turn that down. All right, now we focus on our chicken heart. I'm going to move this to the back burner, I think. What do I want to cook my chicken heart in? I don't know if I have a big enough pot. You know what? I think we're just going to Instant Pot the chicken hearts. Capiche? We're going to Instant Pot the chicken heart, and we're going to cook rice in this clear pot. I don't know why I had that on. That was dumb. Is there a food I flat out dislike? Interesting. I'm not sure. Oh, God. Okay. I'd like to think that I'm not as close-minded anymore, but I'm sure there are foods that I still dislike. Maybe list some. Well, I've never had Baloo, and I probably never will. Baloo is one of those things that just fucks with me mentally too much. It is aesthetically not pleasing. Just, I don't understand why. It's not from a culture that I'm used to. So, all good reasons to not try that. You can Google it. I would advise you against it if you're like, you know, squirmish, but I probably really don't want to try brains of any kind. I guess I've technically had fish brains, but I'm just not into the idea of brains. Maybe I will when I go to a country where it's like customary to eat brains and common and street foody, but I think I have issues for some reason with eating brains. It just feels wrong. But never say never. Chicken heart. I think what I want to do is cut them in half. I'm not going to tell you what this reminds me of, but it reminds me of something. Wait, how did none of you not ask me why I didn't put garlic in that shit? Fuck. I forgot garlic. Did any of you try to tell me that I should be putting garlic in the ribs? What a fail. What a fail. It's okay. We'll add it in. Won't be the same. I wanted it to get toasty in the beef fat, but I'll take it. I forgive you all. Everybody fails this pop quiz. I did put onions. I don't know if I want ginger in this, honestly. But my Chinese mom would probably say add ginger. I think there might already be some sort of sweetness within the mole itself. I don't know if I want to go in with more cloves. Cloves can be very overpowering. I'm generally not a fan. Guys, this is so cool. I've never seen rice cook like this before. God, I love this pot so much. I hope I never break it. Let me show you what's going on. So how much battery do we have? 49%. Okay. I mean, the resolution is shit, but it's pretty cool. Is our stream very pixelated right now? That sucks. I was hoping it wouldn't be. Hi, Romania. Yo, I almost just sliced my nail off because of how bendy this blade is. Now I can see why Mom always hurt herself using this stupid ass cheap knife cooking for me. Jesus Christ. That makes me so angry, by the way. That she just kept using cheap ass shit that hurt her. But look at me doing the same thing that she did. The apple really does not fall far from the tree. New York is a big place. There are lots of neighborhoods. They all look a little different. You will always be on uneven flooring. Okay. We're gonna saute first in the Instant Pot. This I will go in with a little bit of oil because chicken hearts don't really have that much oil. So I'm gonna wait for the pot to get a little bit hot. And then we'll go in with oil. We'll go in with chicken heart, scallions, garlic. Then we'll go in with the curry cubes and try to break it up a little bit. And then we'll go in with our vegetables and water, I guess. Popcorn in the Instant Pot? Yes, I fortunately and unfortunately have to keep the Birkenstock boots because once I've worn them outside, they will not take refunds. However, the breaking in period will be very long. So stay tuned. I'll make sure, don't worry, I'm gonna wear them. I just have to make sure that I don't break my own feet wearing them. And hopefully they will become more pliable. Let's see if you can see anything if I move you over here, okay? Just tell me if it gets really bad. And then I'll move you back. But for now, here's what I'm doing. A little bit of oil. Salt. Yeah, the Instant Pot is curved. Not sure what the design there is, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. That was black pepper. This is white pepper. We'll wait for this to heat up again. In the meantime, I'm going to fill up our olive oil. gonna go in with a splash of vinegar. And we'll wait for this liquid to kind of render off and evaporate, which might take a while because Instant Pots aren't really, they're not great at stovetop methods of cooking. I'm gonna go wash my cutting board in the meantime. Yeah, this might take forever. So let's just go in with the rest of it. Too lazy. All aboard. I also forgot to cut my tomato, lol. So we'll just slice it in. I'm going to stir until we melt the cubes. And hopefully the agitation will help us break down the tomatoes a little bit too. I hope you're having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. 36%. I have not seen Pearl. I don't like horror for the most part, but I've heard great things about it. I don't really know how I feel about Mia Goth. I don't know if I've seen many of her movies. Smelling delightful, y'all. I think we're ready for some water. I'm gonna try to rinse off some of the mole sauce on our tongs here. Get all of that flavor. How long should I Instant Pot potatoes for? Does anybody want to do a quick Google search for me? I feel like potentially 18 minutes. Sweet. Thank you. Now we just chill. Our rice is pretty dry. There's still a little bit of moisture on the bottom. Man, I love using this pot so I can see just how much moisture is left. There's like a little bit of water activity on the very bottom. This is so cool. I need to go hunt for more clear glass pots. You're on very unstable grounds right now. Am I making you dizzy? I'm sorry. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Cool. Cool. So that's that. I guess we'll just have to wait now. I'm gonna lift the lid to let this evaporate. Wow, that did not just go into my eyeball. Jesus fucking Christ. Out of all the places 2 droplets of juice could have flung, they flung right into my eyeball. Sometimes you really are just that lucky, you know? Okay, I think what I want to do now is actually taste the broth a little bit to see if we want more mole in there. What did we never mention? What is it? I missed the chat. Is this a question for me or for you? I just put the rest of that mole in. I don't want it anymore. Be gone. Can you give us a 1-minute summary of your departure from Delish and separation from Aaron? If I do it now, I'm going to have to do it every live. Somebody's always going to ask. You can Google my name. As far as separation from Aaron, we broke up in 2021. I moved out in November of last year. That's it. I don't know what else you want to know. As to the specific reasons of why we broke up, I don't know. I could write a book on that, I guess. But mostly it's just the passage of time and people changing. Astrology is like the new, oh, fuck me. Astrology is like the new personality quiz. They want to put me into a hole and a box and analyze me, and I do too. Sometimes I love those quizzes. But if you watched the cassava cake video, you would know what sign I am. And what personality type I am for Myers-Briggs. I give it all to you. Because I'm a giver, I make my own bread, but I don't make gluten-free bread, if that's what you're asking. Gluten-free bread is a whole different creature. think I'm gonna have to put in a little bit of balsamic vinegar in here, as well as a pinch of MSG. Yes, but the MSG will not go in until the very end. And this will have a little bit of Mom's balsamic. Mainly because the flavor isn't very bright, it's very earthen. I don't even want to say earthy, I want to say earthen, okay? Earthen is different from earthy. Earthy tastes like dirt in 3 different tiers. Earthy can be dirt in the dusty, dry way. Earthy can be dirt-like in the way that it smells a little bit like moist peat. And earthy can be a little bit like, how do I say this? Like mushroom and like slightly like rotten wood. This earthen reminds me of like clay. Sweet clay. Oh my god. I guess don't try to wipe a lid that's glass and hot without holding it in place. That could have been very exciting. The liquid is 99% gone. The potatoes are starting to break down. They're starting to thicken. The sauce. It's really fucking annoying outside. I think they're still blowing leaves or some shit, even though there's no leaves on the ground. Can you see the viscosity of the sauce when I blow on it? Okay. I'm gonna add in a little more raisins. Oh my god, they're right here. I'm gonna turn off the heat because I don't want the potatoes to get any softer. It'll just disintegrate. And I'm gonna taste it one last time, and we're gonna go in with the MSG. And I'll taste a few potatoes for you, even though I'm definitely not very hungry right now. This will be for dinner. Oh, yes. Yeah. I wouldn't ever cook a mole. They look kind of uggo to me. I'm sorry, moles. We give thanks to Mom's Cola Vita balsamic vinegar, of which I have like maybe a quarter cup left, maybe less. And I'll go in with Mom's MSG now too. Oh, let's use up this jar. There's some MSG that did not fit. How do you feel as you use up entirely things that belong to Mom? Much better now. I could not bear to do it last year. It was really hard. But now I'm more at peace. I'm ready to let go of the physical things and just let that layer of skin peel off. A lot of people sent me messages about how their parents passed away like years ago, maybe over a decade ago, and they still haven't unpacked some things, and they still can't bear to use some things, and they just keep it in storage. And I don't want that for myself. I want to use everything. I want to incorporate her into me, and I want to move along with her rather than keeping her in the past. Oh. That is good. Yay. Yay, MSG. MSG, when used in applications that have both sweet and salty elements, are like so good. It's just, it makes the marriage of the two complete. Wow, I could drink the sauce, honestly, and parts of the meat have started falling off, and there's like bits of onions in the sauce. It is thick. I can't even blow on it now to create ripples. Oh, I'm pretty happy with this, guys. Could it use a little something else? Yes, there is a sort of astringency that I'm not sure where it's coming from. It's almost like an incomplete one-dimensional anise coming through. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do for that element. Also trying to suss out where it's coming from. Like, what is it making this anise flavor in there? I like the spice level. It kind of heats up the back of your throat and just starts to stinging it, but it's not intense. Does this sound bother anyone else? Aaron hates it when metal touches teeth. I think I want to put a little bit of mushroom powder in there. And I have a little bit of this thyme and hickory rub that I think would actually complement it really well. So let's go in with this ground up porcini powder. That's a lot. Did not intend on doing that much. Whoops. And a little bit of this thyme and hickory rub seasoning. The hickory rub had bits of like orange peel in it that's dried. I like that. I think we're almost there. I think a little bit of paprika. We got smoked. We got sweet. You don't like paprika? Sucks to suck. All right, I'm gonna eat a little bit of this over our brown rice. I'm actually gonna keep cooking this brown rice just because I wanna see how far we can take it. But I'm not very hungry right now, so what I'm gonna do is just eat a little. Oh my gosh, it's a perfect fit. This lid is a perfect fit on my Pyrex bowl, or Mom's rather. Sheet pan pizza at home, make sure your oven is at 500 degrees. That's all the advice I have for you. I'm gonna taste some of this rice on its own because freshly cooked brown rice has such a distinctively beautiful smell. It's like wholesome, sugary, a little bit bready, a little bit like sweet crayon and Asian erasers. It smells like adult Play-Doh. Okay. We're gonna try a potato, a raisin, a carrot. Garlic is already in there. I'm gonna scrape off some of this meat because it is falling off the bone. go. Got myself such a nice fatty chunk. Look at this fatty piece. This is like pure fat, this piece of meat. Which is gonna be so good over rice, y'all. If I could cut it off of the skin that it's attached to. We're almost there. There. We freed it. We have sauce, fat, raisin. I'm gonna cut off a little bit of this carrot, cut off a little bit of this potato. We have it all in one bite right here. Potato, rice, sauce, carrot, raisin, meat. It smells a little bit like caramelizing tomato paste, sun-dried tomatoes, smoked tofu. I don't even taste the meat because I think it just like melted into the bite. Here's the layer of like skin, like tendon that was attached to the top of one of the pieces of the ribs. I'm gonna try to chew it. I don't know how successful it'll be. It's a very tough, chewy piece. Delicious though. Gonna get more sauce. The sauce is the star here, obviously. And thank God we have so much of it. Yeah, you can't skimp on the sauce. The sauce is where all the flavor is. Especially because the beef basically just melted into the sauce. The sauce is like the highlight. Potato is creamy. So creamy, there's no bite at all. It almost just magically turns into mashed potato air once you just gnash it between your tongue and the roof of your mouth. It's funny how delicious things will make you hungry, even if you didn't start off being hungry. I'm going to slap this lid on top. Try to keep it warm until dinner time. It's a little bit heated. I won't say it's spicy, but it's warming. And I will turn off this rice now because I know I'm going to forget it. Now, our Instant Pot is going off, but we're going to natural release it. So you're more than welcome to stay on, but at this point I'm going to go pee and I'm going to start cleaning house. So it's pretty uneventful, but it's up to you. You want to hang? Be my guest. Ask me questions for the 2 times that I'm going to be looking at the screen. Water break. Pee break. 15% of battery left. When I'm gone, I'm gone. Don't ask me why I bought a very expensive steam vacuum and never use it, and instead just keep using my cheap-ass broom and mop. There are things that I do in life that I don't understand myself. Oh my god, there are still people here. You're just gonna chat with yourself, huh? That's fine. You don't need me. Talk about your dinner plans. I love this. Guys, I know we're supposed to naturally release, but I think I'm just gonna quick release it because we have 12% battery and I really do want to show you what this looks like. So let's hope everything's cooked. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Exciting. facial you want, Stacy. My dear. You might not have a face after that one. We get to see it now. Use your fucking Instant Pot, please. And I'm only so aggressive because my mom never used hers. And it's triggering for me. Use it. Use it. Promise me by the end of February you will have used it twice. This smells really good. Think we're gonna need some rice again. I actually did use the steam mop because I bought it from Amazon Warehouse, so I wanted to make sure that it was working and functional. But I don't have a use for it now because I thought I was going to get carpet, and I haven't gotten a carpet yet. And I thought I was going to have Fred, and I don't have Fred anymore. So I don't really have a use for breaking it out. And you have to assemble the mop, and you have to fill it up with... Why am I serving myself so much food? I'm not even hungry. It just looks really delicious. I'm actually going to, let's see, can we cut the potatoes are cuttable. So I'm gonna see the texture. I was going to reduce the sauce earlier, but perhaps we'll just let it lie for now. It does take a while to like assemble the mop and then break it down for cleaning. So I feel like maybe I'll do it once or twice a year. The Instant Pot is very safe. It's not like a normal pressure cooker where it makes noise all day long. It only makes noise if you do a quick release like I just did. If you do a natural release, it takes maybe like half an hour to 45 minutes to drop down depending on what you cooked. And it doesn't make a noise. It just gradually lets go of the pressure. I was hot. I was really hot. I really regret eating that bite right now. But it's good. But it's really hot. It's good. I don't know what else to say. How do you do a frozen whole chicken? You defrost it first, I think. Is that what you're asking? I don't know what you're asking. I do want something else in here, though. Let's see how much battery we have left. 9%. We're rushing against time now. I'm going to add in some of this hickory rub. It's just got such a nice smoky flavor. And I'm gonna surprise myself and say that I want a little more turmeric. Just a touch. I rarely like turmeric like that, but oh, and Sichuan peppercorn. Yes, a little bit of Chinese in our Japanese. Lovely, lovely. And I'm gonna do a pinch of caraway. It has like a mintiness to it. That's borderline anise. I think it will do really well to give it a slick, refreshing taste. Oh, where do you live? Instant Pots are very common in the US. They're like sold everywhere. Love it. I love it. Happy Friday, folks. I'm going to end the stream here so I can go clean with undivided attention. And I hope you have a great weekend. It's gonna be pretty busy for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be live, but if I'm not, enjoy yourself.